Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. How you doing tonight? Most definitely a late night edition. Prime time. What'd you say? Prime time edition? Prime time, Quentin. Exactly. Prime time. Now, as always, I'm going to give a few minutes for you guys to get up in here. Even though I'm late, and I hate being late, I'm going to still give the 3 minutes to get started. Okay. What's going on, Antone? What's happening, Stephen? Oh, let me put that on vibrate. All right. What's up, Gabriel? Hello, Nicer. Hold on for a quick second while we wait. Give me a second. What's up, NC Biggs? What's up, Toronto? Life for Business. What's going on? What is up? Retired 2019. Purge the slaves. Oh, what's the name say? Antone say. What's up? What's up, conscious slaves? Exactly. Well, we got a mixture. We got a mixture of conscious slaves and no slaves. So we got a mixture. Okay, so we're going to get started in about 1 more minute, okay? I just like to give people 3 minutes to get up in here. People don't like to miss the show. They come in, oh, man, I didn't know it started. Dang, So give a little bit of time. Glad you guys are up on this Wednesday night. All right, we're going to get started in about just under 30 seconds. Don't worry, I'm going to get some music. I'm going to get some music to play these 3 minutes. What's up, Mike Rambo? volunteering people to do members only. Mike is good for that, man. Volunteering other SMD family members. What's up, Lord? What's going on? Gonna take a drink of water before I get started here. What's up, Wayman? All right, we're gonna get started. Sorry, let me clear my throat. Excuse me. All right. Welcome to the another edition of Savings Minus Debt. I'm your host, LJ Young. Let me introduce myself. I am a 100% debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free by helping them financially see outside what I call the debt matrix, right? And the debt matrix, sorry, I'm adjusting my mic. And the debt matrix is a place where everybody lives that believes in credit and debt and finance and everything that goes down in value and still wondering why they're living paycheck to paycheck. That's where everybody lives, in the debt matrix. They just can't figure out why they're living paycheck to paycheck. But anyway, that's where I lived for the first 40 years of my life, right? College educated, 6-figure earner, smart dude, but was in debt, living in a debt matrix. Didn't know it. I came across Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey basically said, apply the math that you learned in grade school, LJ. Yeah, that math, that simple math. Apply it to your finances and you will win with money. And I said, no way it could be that easy. And I did it. And yes, I'm winning with money now, right? Totally understand how it works. So what I do now, since I've experienced this type of freedom, what I do now is I help people out of the debt matrix so they can experience this type of freedom too. And what I do is expose I expose the glitches in the debt matrix. And the glitches in the debt matrix are things that don't make sense, but yet people continue to do them and still wonder why they live paycheck to paycheck, right? So here's a glitch. When you finance a car, nobody gets a finance car on sale. All you got to do is do the math and clearly see that that doesn't work, right? If you're walking around here calling yourself a homeowner, knowing you have a mortgage, that's a glitch in the debt matrix because you're not a homeowner. You're a loan owner. Okay, you don't own anything. So if you say, hey, I got this, you know how people add the equity of a house into their portfolio, but the glitch in the debt matrix is you don't own the equity. Why do people that don't own the house think they own the equity? That doesn't make any sense. That's a glitch. If you don't own the house, you don't own the equity. That the bank owns the equity, right? And I can prove everything I'm saying with mathematics. That's the glitch, right? So once people they go from what I call unconscious slaves to conscious slaves. So unconscious slaves are the ones that are walking around in a debt matrix thinking that, 30-year mortgages are normal. It's okay to finance cell phones, cars, shoes, watches, whatever, right? Those are what you call unconscious slaves, right? And then there are the conscious slaves that hear me and then they apply the math to their finances and then they notice that they're in debt and realize that they're a slave, right? And then they say, okay, I'm going to do something about this. LJ, will you help me? Or a lot of them do it on their own, whatever. If they need help, they can come see me, right? But it's really simple. So now those are conscious slaves. Those are slaves that are slowly getting themselves. They realize they're in debt, realize they're a slave, and they're doing something about it. Now, most of you are probably thinking slaves, what slaves? What do you mean by that? Well, I give you guys the quote. The borrower is slave to the lender. Everybody knows this quote. You can be a conscious slave, unconscious slave. Everybody knows the borrower is slave to the lender. So if you have a mortgage, the bank is the lender and you are the slave. If you have a car loan, the bank is the lender and you are the slave. If you have a financed cell phone, the bank is the lender, you are the slave. Okay, that's what I mean by slave. If you financed anything, if you owe money to an entity, especially the bank, you're a slave. Got it? All right. Now, excuse me. Now I'm going with the title of this video. It says, math doesn't care how you feel. Okay, it doesn't. Math doesn't care how you feel. Those are feelings. So let me give you an example so you guys can get an idea of what I mean. All right. So if you have a mortgage, okay, and you're calling yourself a homeowner, that's a feeling. Math doesn't care how you feel. If you do the math, you will clearly understand that you could have not purchased that house without the bank's money. This is why you have a mortgage. Okay? You are a slave. Math doesn't care how you feel. If you feel like you're a homeowner, you just feel like it, but it doesn't mean anything. Okay? If you go to a car lot, right, and you see the sticker price of sale on a car and you finance it for 84 months, you didn't get it on sale. Okay? You didn't get it on sale. That's how you feel. You feel like you got it on sale, right? Math doesn't care about that. It doesn't care how you feel about it. See what I'm saying? Here's another one. So you guys can really understand, especially you unconscious slaves. You guys really need to get this, okay? Stop believing the equity is yours in a house you don't own. If you don't own the house, you don't own the equity. You got to stop thinking like that. Only slaves think like that, okay? That's not true. Now, if your feelings are getting bothered by it, again, those are feelings. Math doesn't care how you feel. It's like It's like saying, hey, I'm happy that 1 + 1 = 2. Well, 3 + 3 = 6. That really makes me angry that it equals 6. See how stupid that sounds? That sounds idiotic, right? If you told somebody, hey, 3 + 3 is 6, and then that person got angry, and you'd be like, well, what are you angry at? I'm angry that it's 6. That's what it sounds like. It doesn't make any sense, right? So that's what it sounds like to me when you believe you're a homeowner with a 30-year mortgage. Okay? What's up, Pedro? What's going on? Cosmic says, here's a glitch. If you got a Porsche SUV, but haven't driven it in over 2 months because you pay the fix the wheels. I'm not sure what you mean by that. What's that? Know someone in that situation right now. They can't fix because you pay the fix the wheels. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Of course, that must be a typo or something. What's up, live from X215? What's going on? Hello. So now especially the younger you are, if you get this, if you get what I'm saying, and always understand, math doesn't care how people feel. All right. And I'm gonna give you some examples so you guys can get this. The younger you get this, the richer you will be. You will get to the point to become wealthy. Wealthy is not money. Wealth is owning the time in your life, the most valuable commodity on earth. On earth, there's nothing. Money doesn't top time. One day you're going to be dead. That should tell you right there. Wait a minute. Nothing. I guess nothing's more than time because I'm going to be dead one day. That's what you want to get to. You want to own the time in your life. And I'm going to tell you this so you guys can clearly understand something. And you have to figure this out. I know it's going to bewilder you, but it doesn't matter. You got to figure it out, okay? It's mathematically impossible to own every single minute of your life while having a job. That's impossible. That's impossible. Okay, so let me get to this other part, okay? So you can just ponder on that, right? Now, again, the title of this video, math doesn't care how you feel. So when you guys are walking around here, right, not understanding the money, I'm going to tell you how to weave out those that are trying to teach you about money that don't even know about money themselves. Why? Because they don't believe in mathematics. Okay. Now, if you go to someone or someone's trying to offer you something to financially to better, some mystery thing out there that's going to quadruple interest and send you on your way to financial freedom. All right. This is what I want you to do. When they say that to you, I want you to say, do you have student loans? After they give you their spiel, I want you to say, do you have student loans? And if they say yes, and you say, how long have you had them? If they say 20 years, you say to just like this, make that make sense. If you can make that make mathematical sense to keep your student loans for 20 years, I'll take your financial advice. If you cannot, I won't. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, there is no excuse. There is absolutely no excuse to go to college for 4 years and keep your student loans your entire life. You don't take financial advice from anybody that does that. Anybody. There is no answer for that. Now, especially if somebody's giving you financial advice. You say, explain that. If they try to explain it, you better run. If they turn to you and say there is no excuse, there is no answer, then I would pay attention to that person. What's up, SOBC? What's up, Hyphy? What's going on? Hyphy says, if there's equity in a house that belongs to me, why do I have to pay someone interest exactly upon that equity in order to use it? Exactly. Now, I want you guys to pay close attention to what he said. If you own that equity, why are you borrowing it at an interest rate? Does that make sense to you? It's yours. Why, if it's your equity, why don't you just walk into the bank and say, Hey, man, I'm ready to pull the equity out of my house. Nah, I don't feel like signing all that paperwork. Nope, I ain't paying no interest. No, I'm not doing nothing. I just want, it's my equity. Give it to me for free. See how far that gets you. They're going to laugh you out of the bank because you don't know it's not your house. That's why you're borrowing it, you slave. Unconscious slaves do that. Oh, they can't pay to fix the wheels. Yeah, that's bad news right there. SOBC says, I used to be angry at math back in high school because getting C's and D's. Exactly. SOBC, I remember when I left grade school, I was wondering why math and money games stopped because I used to love the math and money games in grade school. And I remember right out of grade school, it just wasn't, that math wasn't there no more. I was like, oh, okay. You know why? Because that's all you need. If you want to be rich, wealthy, the only math you need is the math that you learned in grade school. That's it. So they haven't driven it in 2 months because they can't afford to fix the wheels. Oh my God. They didn't realize the cost to keep the car running when they bought it, and now they don't have a working vehicle and probably still making payments on it. What's up, Autumn? Hello. So is credit really important? Credit is a tool. It's no different than a hammer, a spare tire in your car. You know, it's a light switch, pallet jack. It's just it's a tool. You don't need it. Only slaves worship the credit gods. Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. Only slaves, unconscious slaves, worship the credit gods. You don't even need it. Slaves believe you are nobody without a high credit score. Only slaves believe that. Okay. When you hear somebody bragging about their credit score, for a person like me, if somebody's bragging about their credit score, I look at them like, why are you doing that? Why are you bragging about your credit score? Who cares? Ooh, my credit score is 850. So what? Why are you telling me that? I don't get it. It doesn't mean anything. It just, here's when I see credit scores. If I see a high credit scores, the banks like that person because that person pays back the bank's money on time. I see somebody with a low credit score, the bank don't like that person because obviously that person's not, there's two reasons why that person's credit score. The bank don't like them because they don't pay their money back on time. That's the number one reason. The number two reason is somebody that has money doesn't use the bank enough. So now they're punishing them because they don't borrow the bank's money at all. So they're going to punish them with a low credit score. There's two reasons. So don't be fooled by a low credit score. I want you guys to clearly understand that, okay? If you see somebody's low credit score, you think they're a bum, they must got, then no, that's not true. People with money barely use credit. So their credit score is not going to really be that high if you do it right, if you do it wrong. What's up, Tony? What's going on? What's up, Andre? Credit is only important if you are getting a loan. Exactly. See how simple Andre put that? Credit is only important when you're trying to get a loan. And that's exactly what the slaves do. Oh man, in order to get that good interest rate, man, you got to keep that credit score good. Yeah, I know. That's exactly how you think, slave. Exactly. Off with their head, Gabriel says. If you're using credit, off with your head. Immediately beheading. Andre says, which means you have no savings. Exactly. Look how simple Andre is putting that. Now, let me put this in a different way so you guys can understand why credit is so important to you. And remember what I say. Math doesn't care how you feel. It doesn't care how you feel about what I'm about to say to you, okay? Add up all your savings. Add up all your debt. And then go savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. That's going to be a large, yeah, include the student loans there. Don't forget that. I know you pretend it's not there. I know you guys say, hey, that's a forever loan. Whatever forever slave, you're going to be a forever slave if you're talking like that. Add up all your student loans, collections, the bills that you're waiting to fall off in 7 years, all that stupid nonsense. Yeah, add it all in. Okay, that's going to be a large negative number. Okay, that large negative number. Now, this is going to be the hard part. This is the glitch for you guys, so you guys can understand. Now, all you got to do is believe your own math. Now, all you got to do is believe that money doesn't even exist for you. That's why you believe credit is so important, because you have no choice but to borrow money when your finances are in the negative. You have no choice. You have absolutely no choice. You have to borrow. This is what math says. You are welcome, Autumn. You are very welcome. Thank you for the question. Appreciate it. What's up, Eric Extraordinaire? Credit is a seduction to use it more. Once you get out of debt, those are, see what I'm saying? I want you guys to understand, those are feelings, right? When you, hey, it's a seduction. No, it's just credit. It's like, this is what it's like this saying this is what it sounds like to me, Eric. Hey man, look at that hammer. It's like that hammer over there is seducing me, man. It's like it wants me to pick it up and hammer in a nail. See how stupid that sounds? It sounds crazy, right? That's how credit is. Credit is just a tool. It's a hammer. You know what I'm saying? You get a high score from making automated minimum payments. You sure do. Only slaves do that. Thank you, Nicer. Autumn says, very nice to know. I purchased a car in full with cash, and I was told that I should have financed it instead of boost my credit to boost my credit. I thought that was kind of backwards, but nice to know you was right. You were right. You know what they wanted you to do, Autumn? They wanted you to they wanted you to be a slave like them. They want you to be, put it this way. Right now, some of you probably have enough money in your 401k, your retirement, to pay off your house. You probably have enough money. And right now, this is the perfect storm to use it all to do it. But anyway, that's another story. But anyway, you have enough money to pay off your house. Now, if you go to your financial advisor and you ask your financial advisor, hey, should I pull out my retirement and pay off my house? They'd be like, nah, man, the taxes, this and that, and bloggity blah. This, right now there's no 10% penalty. So right now is the perfect storm. I'm not going to get deeper into that, but I'm gonna just say right now there's no 10% penalty to pull out your 401k, right? It's almost like the perfect storm. So, but if you go see your financial advisor and they say, hey man, I'm thinking about pulling my money out of my 401k and just pay my house off. And if they tell you no, they're like, hey, and then they give you 10 reasons why you should or should not do it, right? And then after they're done, I want you to ask them, do you have a mortgage? And if they say yes, and I'm telling you, this is why they want you to keep yours, because they have one. Only people with mortgages suggest other people to get mortgages too, so you can be just like them. Just like them. Hey man, should I pay off my house? No. Do you have a mortgage? Yes. Okay, that's enough information. That's all the information I need. That's why, because you have a mortgage. No, thank you. Now I want you to listen to this closely, okay? And if you unconscious slaves can hear this, I want you guys to hear it closely. Listen. There's trillions of dollars in mortgage loan debt with a big fat T. A T. That's millions of people with mortgages. If you pay your mortgage off, you will be financially ahead of millions of people instantly. This is what math says. Now, I'm going to say that one more time so you can get what I'm saying. It's better than any investment you can ever think of. I'm just telling you what's right in your face. There are trillions of dollars in mortgage loan debt. Trillions. That's millions of people walking around here just believing they're homeowners. This is called walking around aimlessly, unconscious slaves, calling themselves homeowners, knowing they have 30-year mortgages. Makes absolutely no mathematical sense anywhere in the whole entire world. But yet they're doing it. Pay your house off, and you will be immediately financially ahead of millions of people. That's better than any cryptocurrency, any 401k, any kind of whatever, any of them. Gabriel says, hey, I don't have money for vacation. Guess I'll use credit cards. Sure. Well, people get credit cards to go on vacation. Hey man, I need to get my credit card increased so I can go on this vacation. Only slaves do that. Unconscious slaves go deeper in debt. Listen, They go deeper in debt by putting themselves deeper into slavery. And they really believe they believe they're going on vacation. They believe that. Math doesn't care what you believe. You know what math says? When you go on vacation, when you're in debt, you're just a slave on vacation. You're just an unconscious slave on vacation. You get a new car, you're just an unconscious slave riding around in a new car. You don't, if you're financing a car and you driving around but thinking you the shit or something, you're just a slave in a nice car. There are people like me looking at you and say, look at that slave. Oh man, this is the Hellcat, blah blah blah, top of the nine. And while all the slaves believe that somebody that financed a top end car believe that they're rich, people like me, we just see a slave in a nice car. That's it. Nothing more than that. Hey man, does that payment kill you? Oh no, nah, man, it ain't nothing. Okay, that's all I need to know. I don't even need to know the amount. You're a slave. What's up, Yellow J? What's going on? Hey, LJ and SMD. SMD's just closed another credit card account, $10,000 limit, gone. Aliens understand, sure do. See ya. They probably hear Yellow J say, "Man, he closed a $10,000 limit credit card." Only slaves brag about credit card limits. Okay? Unconscious slaves. Only unconscious slaves brag about credit card limits. Why are you bragging about the bank's money? That doesn't even make any sense. Oh man, I got that unlimited American Express. Unlimited what? What's unlimited? What are you talking about? Oh man, you got to have that good credit, get that unlimited American Express. Unlimited what? What are you talking about? Unlimited what? Money? Unlimited for who? You? What's up, Sal's? What's going on? Congratulations to you, Yellow J. I got your no, was that an email? Or did you put that on a comment? I can't remember. Yep, exactly. Slave on vacation. Math doesn't care how you guys feel. Slaves walking around here with buying new cars in the middle of a worldwide pandemic. Math doesn't care how you feel. You think you got a great deal on a car right now in the middle of a pandemic? You're insane. You probably left the car lot, thought you got an awesome deal. Oh man, they gave me 10% of MSRP. What is MSRP? What's that mean? Not the definition. I'm just saying, what does it mean to you? Oh man, it's 5,000 cash back. Cash back from where? Where from the sky? Where from the sea? Cash back from what? Just next time, just go on the car lot and say, "Hey man, you guys giving cash back for that new vehicle?" Yeah, I don't say just like this. I don't want the vehicle, but I want the cash back. See what happens. You guys better stop falling for that stuff. That's for slaves. Slaves finance cars. And if you're making payments right now, if you're making payments on the car right now, don't tell anybody that you're doing that. You don't know if people like me are standing around, aliens like me. There's aliens. I'm not the only alien. I want you guys to understand that. We look just like you. We walk around. We got 2 legs, 2 arms. We chit chat, talk about stupid bullshit that you guys talk about on a daily basis. But we're aliens. We're different from you. You start talking that you start debts. You start slave splaining. When you start slave splaining, what is that? Thinking you got an awesome deal on the car, you financed a cell phone and a watch, and you got one for the whole family. You know how long you know how long you put yourself into slavery for a phone and a watch? Do the math. Do the math, and then so you can see, math doesn't care how you feel about what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. Hyphy says, show me someone worried about and talking about credit score. I'll show you someone seeking to purchase something they don't have the money for. Exactly. Sometimes I've had a couple people recognize me out and about. I'm not saying I'm a star or anything. I'm just saying I've had a couple people recognize me, right? And then they'll introduce me to their friend. They're like, "Hey, man, I'm trying to get my credit score up to get this house." Nope, I'm not that person. No, I'm not a credit repair. I'm not a credit repair fixer person. Okay, you got a million of them out there. Don't you guys? Hey, unconscious slaves. I want you guys to understand something. Okay, just listen closely. Have you noticed how many credit repair fixer people out there? There's a million of them. Why do you think? Just take a step back and say, why are there so many? Because they're not doing anything for you. You're still in debt. They're not doing anything special. Some of the prices I've been seeing these people charge you guys. Ooh, they doing you dead. They doing you unconscious slaves so dirty. Now it's legal, okay? How I feel about it, that's a feeling, that's irrelevant. I'm not knocking their business. Credit repair people are not doing anything illegal. They're doing what you pay them to do, okay? But I'm telling you, mathematically, they're not doing anything for you. All you got to do is just do the math, and you'll clearly see that they're not doing anything for you. What I want you to do this is all you got to do. This is all you got to do, okay? Say like you go into a credit repair person. I want you to add up all your debt before you go see the credit repair person, okay? All right. And then when you go see the credit repair person, and when they say, okay, we're going to help you and it's going to cost $1,500, I want you to add that $1,500 to your negative debt. If that puts you deeper in debt, they're not helping you. Okay. So say like, let me give you an example. Let's see. And we're going to make it simple. Say like, your only debt was $50,000 in student loan debt, okay? Oh, hold on. 1 second, you guys. I got to text my girlfriend something. Okay. Say like, damn, that made me lose my train of thought. Crap. Damn it. I forgot. I was saying $50,000 in student loan debt. What was I talking about before? I was adding up something. Crap. That's why I hate. Let me turn this phone off. It'd be throwing me off. We'll come back to that when I remember it. LiveX from 2x to 15. What do you suggest as a limit for credit card to be used as a tool once out of debt? Just it only has to be enough to where you can pay it back in full every single month. All right. So the limit really doesn't matter, right? So if you had a $10,000 limit, right? Unless you can pay before the 30 days is up, unless you can pay back $10,000, don't worry about the limit, right? Just you're only going to use what you can spend, what you can pay in full every single month. Okay. That's how you do it. Evan James, what's going on? 401k to pay off house. Please elaborate. If you have enough money in your 401k to pay off your house, you pull it out and pay off your house. All right. Right now, the president said there's no 10% penalty for pulling money out of your 401k right now. There's no 10% penalty. And you got 3 years to pay the taxes back. 3 years. Okay. This will never happen again. I want you guys to understand something. To pull money out of your 401k early without penalty, this will never, ever happen in our lifetime again. That will never happen again, ever. Gabriel says, I'll be stressed out every day if I owe someone $5,000. Imagine 6 figures. I know. I would cry. Yellow J says, LJ, I have something major in the works. Told you on YouTube comments. Okay. After September 15th, I will share the members. Okay, cool. With members only if it comes together. Cool, man. I'm excited, man. I could tell you done did something because you keep saying it. I'm excited for you. I don't even know what it is yet. iPhone 6 works fine at $120. Better believe it. Toronto says, out here walking amongst the slaves. I know. I see. Hey, Toronto, I see dead people. They're everywhere. Hey, dead people, we see you. You can't see us, though. If you think it's normal to finance a car, you don't believe in mathematics. So we see you. If you think you got an awesome deal on a 2000, listen, if you believe you got an awesome deal on a 2020 in the middle of a worldwide pandemic with a killer virus, you're in debt. Slaves believe that. We see you. We see you. Andre says, shouldn't be a problem to get an HSA and NC Biggs, talking to NC Biggs. Nice says your channel drawing crowds now, LJ. I give up welcoming the newcomers individually. I know, right? You could not even you could type that fast, Nicer. I appreciate it though. Credit. Oh, I was talking about credit repair. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. So you add up all your debt, okay, and then you go see the credit repair person. Then you take that and whatever they charge you, add it to your debt and see if you go deeper in debt. That's it. They're not doing anything for you. What's up, Fred? What's going on? That's why there's so many, man. That's why I don't mix me up with a credit repair person. I'm not that. I'm not that person. You were saying add the cost of repair to your debt. Yeah, exactly. So if they're going to charge you $1,500 to fix your credit, you take that $1,500 and add it to your debt, which is going to put you deeper in debt. And then you got to think to yourself, what are they doing for you? Nothing. They're just giving you what you paid for, what you believe in. If you believe credit is the end all be all and you ain't nothing without credit, I guess that's what you believe. All you got to do is do the math. It costs money to have a high credit score. if you got a good credit score, right? That's not free. You got to stay in debt. Only slaves believe that. Just says people always ask why I'm so serious. I tell them it's because I'm from I'm from Sirius. Exactly. Now, if those of you guys listening in the background, you thinking, why are they so proudly calling themselves either unconscious slaves or aliens, right? So let's put it this way so you guys can get it. First, you're walking around unconscious. You're an unconscious slave inside the debt matrix, okay? Now, let me tell you guys, okay? It must be this way. We must have more unconscious slaves than not, because that's how the system works. We got to have you guys. We need you guys. All right. Then once you now there's unconscious slaves that are wandering around the debt matrix. They know something wrong, but they just can't. They don't know they don't know where to go because all they have around them are slaves, but they don't know they're slaves, right? Those people will hear me because they'll say, wow, he's just speaking simple math and that's nothing. That's easy, right? Then they come out. Once they understand that it's just simple math, now they're called conscious slaves. Okay, now they're conscious. They're like, oh crap, I am a slave. Okay, what am I going to do about it? Okay, LJ gave me this plan. I've been watching his videos, blockety blah. Other SMD family members been telling me to do this and that. Okay, all right, cool. Then once you get out of slavery, then you become an alien. Because your life is going to be totally different. You're going to hear slave talk. You're going to hear slave splaining, all that stuff. People with 20-year-old student loans trying to get financial advice. Hey, man, you should get into realty. You should real estate. You should get into cryptocurrency. You should get. They got a million of them. Oh, what about this MLM, man? You become your own business owner. No, slaves. LJ says he'll cry. I would cry. Making slaves really poor. Exactly. Oh man, I got 2,000 off MSRP. No, you didn't, slave. You didn't get anything. You got a debt. Check this out. They walk in, no vehicle, right? They go and pick let's say a $40,000 vehicle, and then they say I got it on sale, and then they got 5,000 MSRP. So they walk in, no debt. Now they walk in $40,000 deeper in debt, and they think they got a deal. Only slaves believe that. Oh, excuse me. No, man, it's not stealing, man. It's a business. I don't knock credit repair fixer people, man. They are making money. You guys have no idea how much money they're making. They are making bang. When people come to me and come to my service, then they say, hey man, yeah, I'm in the process of a service that you give them a certain amount and they pay your bills for you. Some stupid nonsense. It's just ridiculous. I'm like, how much they charging you for that? Oh man, like $1,500. I said, man, you need to cancel that. Oh no, man, I'm gonna go ahead and finish. I'm like, what? You know they're not doing anything for you, right? Oh man, but I'm halfway through, so I'm gonna go ahead and go, okay, all right, whatever. Sal says savings minus debt. Even if I had $190,000 a year, I would never own a German car. Lexus is the way I can get from California to New York City without needing 3K to 6K repairs. The slaves are everywhere. Yeah, I'm not really into German cars either. I mean, but I'm not knocking them. Don't get me wrong. If you got the money for a German car, cool. But if you ain't got the money, you sure should. If you put it this way, if you're financing a German car, any car really, but just like you're paying some dollars. And let me tell you guys something else. If you finance the Tesla, you're not saving money on gas. Only slaves will finance an electric car and believe they're saving money on gas. Eric says debt keeps the wifey happy. Oh, once she sucks the environment dry, she'll move on to the next house. Walt Go, what's going on, LJ? I got to tell you of this woman who worked at our office. She had a brand new Benz, financed an iPhone, getting cash. It's just getting worse. Getting cash advances from the boss, and lost her apartment with no way to get to work due to the repo. When you guys do that, and this is you guys, slaves. I'm talking to the slaves. If you're financing a car, and your phone is financed, and you got student loans, and you living in a place that you can't afford, you're only fooling other people like you, slaves. You're not fooling aliens, and you're not even fooling conscious slaves. You guys don't. I know you guys don't get. You guys don't believe what I'm saying. Okay, we see dead people. We can see you. We can hear you. We watch what you're doing. You say things out loud. Like, let me give you an example. When you get on social media and you really hope they push through wiping out student loan debt, only people in student loan debt hope they wipe out student loan debt. By the way, which is never going to happen. I got some bad news for you. If you think they're going to wipe out student loan debt, you are insane. They will never, ever release that many of their slaves at once. Never. That will never happen. So don't think that's going to ever happen. The only way you can get out of student loan debt, you have to pay back every penny. If you do not, you will be a slave until you're dead. You will never know what it's like to be a free alien. Free. Nobody owns us. Nobody owns. If you have a mortgage, somebody owns you, slave. If you're making car payments, somebody owns you, you slave. You're a slave. We see you. You count. You keep the economy going. I want you slaves to understand something. The economy runs on debt. Yeah, you getting upset? Math doesn't care how you feel. I hope you saw the title of this video. Math doesn't care how you feel. Math doesn't care if you don't like what I'm saying. Math doesn't care. Math doesn't even care if you don't believe in your own math. It doesn't care if you believe in your own math. It's just math. How do you feel about someone selling their stock to pay off their debt? Most definitely, because put it this way. You cannot invest with negative dollars. And I want to make sure everybody understands something here. Okay. So if you believe you're investing in the stock market, that's an illusion. If you believe you're investing in cryptocurrency, that's also illusion. Cryptocurrency is not even real. Real money's not even real for you. The cash in your pocket is not even real. Add up all your savings. Add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have to invest in anything outside of yourself. In the negative? Yeah, it's in the negative, right? Yeah, exactly. You have no money to put in your 401k. You don't have no money to put in cryptocurrency. You have no money to put in gold. You have no money to put in the stock market. You have no money, period. You are a slave. Slaves don't get to invest. No, you don't. You don't get to participate. You think you do, but you don't. You don't count. I mean, you count, but not in the way you think you count. Gabriel says, what's your thought on Grant Cardone saying cash is dumb? I don't really talk about what millionaires do. That's none of my business. I have no idea what he's doing. I'm not even there yet. I don't know. I don't know why he's saying that. Broke slaves think they understand Grant Cardone. Let me make sure you guys understand this. If you are a follower of Grant Cardone, if you guys are in the background, you follow him. If you have student loans, stop listening to him. He's not talking to you. If you have a finance phone in your hand and you're listening to Grant Cardone, stop. He's not talking to you. If your student loans are older than your children, Grant is not talking to you. You are a slave. If you got debt sitting on your credit report that you're waiting to fall off in 7 years, he's not talking to you, slave. If you just financed the car in the middle of the worldwide pandemic, you better not be listening to Robert Kiyosaki either. He's not talking to you. NC Big says, I'm so tired of waiting for my bankruptcy. One more month to go. Impatiently waiting. You already know what's coming. That's a true alien right there. They will try and shame you into slavery. They sure will. Hey, Eric, you think I don't even acknowledge slaves. I don't. Hey, man, stop slave-splaining. I don't acknowledge slaves. I don't listen to them. I don't even hear. I only acknowledge them when I have to speak to a slave. Shout out to Anton for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I always give a shout out. Let me give my Cash App. I give a shout out to those of you that donate to me out of the blue because you see my videos or you watch something that I said or prevented you from doing something that you almost did. I appreciate you guys. Okay. I wish Cash App would allow me to write back. That would be awesome. To write a note back. That would be so cool. What's up, Dave? What's going on, man? Just waking up for a nap. Thank you, Nicer. Appreciate it. What's up, Pedro? Pedro says, let that Tesla get a check engine light and you'll see why they advertise saving on gas so much. Exactly. See? And I've never driven a Tesla. Don't get me wrong. I want one. I want one. One day. I'm not really worried about it. I don't want one that bad to where I don't want one that bad to where I'm a finance one. That will never happen. I don't want anything like that. The younger you are, the better this will be. If you take this, what I'm saying, you take the title of this video and say it just like math doesn't care how I feel. Say that to yourself. If somebody's pressuring you into getting a house right now, you ask that person, do you have a mortgage? If they tell you yes, that's why they want you to do it too. They want you to be like them. Don't do it. Toronto says, hey, LJ, should I help my sister pay off her debt or should I let her walk through the fire like I did? You must let her walk through the fire, Toronto. Don't do it. Don't pay somebody else's debt off because one of the key things to becoming free, you must feel what you spent. And the way you're going to feel what you spent by paying it back. Because once you pay it back, once you put in those hours, all those hard hours just to hand that check straight over to the company, to the bank for who knows how long. Because I had to do that 2 years straight. I was the middleman for 2 years straight to get out of debt. Got my check from the job, gave it straight to the bank. Got my check from the job because I knew one day it was going to stop. And when that day came, I was free. Free. And it's you young people, this is what I want you to understand some, especially those of you that are going to college. Now, I'm not against student loans. Okay. I'm not. Sometimes that's the only way to do it. But listen, if you go to college for 4 years, you give yourself 4 years max to pay that student loan back. 4 years maximum. Okay, you land that job and you give yourself 4 years to pay that back. I don't want you guys getting older with student loan debt. That's not normal. Only slaves do that. Only slaves pay for college longer than going to college. Only slaves do that. Unconscious ones too. Now, if you young, okay, you 18, you're in the world, man, you don't know who to trust. You're looking around at the people you love, you're looking at their cars, you're looking at their stuff. This is all, I'm going to give you some advice. This is how you can tell the people that you should not take financial advice from. The real simple things, I just keep repeating them. I know it sounds like a repeat, but it works for all the slaves because they don't know why you're asking those same questions. Hey, do you still have your student loans, Uncle Mike? If he says yes, if he's giving financial advice out, you don't take financial advice from Uncle Mike. He's 40 years old and he got student loan debt, but he got a brand new car outside. That doesn't make any mathematical sense. Why would you have 20-year-old student loans with your student loans? Hey, Uncle Mike, your student loans are older than your car? Yeah, math doesn't care how he feels. How come hey, Uncle Mike, how come you didn't pay off your student loan? Oh man, I'm gonna invest and do this and that. Math doesn't care about slave-splaining. That's slave-splaining. Hey, Auntie Deborah, is that a finance phone in your hand? Yeah, you better not take advantage. You better not take financial advice from somebody with a finance phone in their hand. You better not do that. Yes, they do, Dave. You're welcome, Toronto. Pedro says, when you finance something, it releases good chemicals in your brain, and that will lead to financing other things. Exactly. I want you guys to understand, this is design. This whole system was a thought in somebody's head. Okay, somebody woke up and said, hey man, I'm gonna design a system that everybody's gonna follow. Fly says, thanks for the advice about young people going to college. I was about to ask that. Yeah, that's what I want. I want those young people to, you watch TV, you see your parent, you hear your parents, you hear your family. Hey man, go to college. You ain't nothing if you don't go to college. You got to get a college degree if you want to get a good job, if you want to be anybody in the world. But they don't. So when you're young, you just go, oh, okay, well, let me just do what they said. And no, this is what you got to ask them. I keep telling you, do you have your student loans, mom, dad? Yeah. You don't want to be like them. And if your parents, check this out, if your parents if they still have their student loans, I want you to ask your parents, hey, mom, dad, why you still got your student loans? Didn't you have them before I was born? Yeah. Why? There is no answer for that because there's absolutely no excuse for it. So you don't take financial advice from your parents. Parents with 20-year-old student loans, they're going to send you down the wrong path. It doesn't matter who it is. Math doesn't care if it's your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your cousins. Math doesn't care who it is because it's the colorblind slave master. Debt is, by the way. And if you don't believe in mathematics, debt is your master, and it will be until you're dead. Hell, young people, 18, about to go to college, I want you to go ask your grandparents, hey, Auntie, Grandma Sue, you still got your student loans? If they say yes, oh my God, and then you got to see what kind of house they live in. You got to see what kind of car they're driving. And you got to ask yourself, they got 40 to 50-year-old student loans. Why do they're older than their house and their car? Yeah, you don't take financial advice from people like that. The business of you, Antone. This is what I do. This is what I help people with, the business of themselves. Everything starts with you. If the business of you is in the negative, your whole financial mathematical life does not add up. Your whole financial life is wrong because it starts with you. What's up, Enigma? If you don't have the title to the car or the deed to the house, you're a slave. Exactly. You're a slave. And if you're just jumping in the room, you probably, oh my God, he's saying slave. The borrower is slave to the lender. Everybody knows that. The borrower is slave to the lender. Everybody knows that. So if you're thinking about getting that 30-year mortgage, you're going to be a slave for 30 years. I hope you understand that. You don't, and you ain't going to own anything. And you know what? And if you're walking around calling yourself a homeowner with a 30-year mortgage, you are an unconscious slave. How do I know this? Because you believe you're a homeowner, and when in reality, you are a loan owner. Hey, you own that house? Yeah, I sure do. You got a mortgage? Yeah. What the hell are you talking about then? Doesn't even make any sense. You don't want that kind of high, Pedro. Don't do it. Oh, what's he talking about? I must have missed something. Oh, hybrid. Oh, gotcha. NC Big says people should figure out at a young age what they want to do. Youth should do research on what they enjoy. If that is a plumber, learn the trade. Everyone isn't meant for college. All you got to do, this is all you got to do, young people. This is all you got to do, okay? I'm gonna give you the answer to where you'll never have to do anything I did when I was before I woke up, okay? Before I didn't wake up till age 40, so I'm gonna give you guys the rundown right now, okay? This is how you can become rich by the time you're 30. Never finance anything less than a house, anything, nothing. You don't finance anything, nothing, okay? When you walk around here and when people trying to give you financial advice, you just ask them, is that a finance cell phone in your hand? If they say yes, you don't listen to them anymore. If you hear them call themselves a homeowner and you say, do you got a mortgage? And they say yes, don't worry. Unconscious slaves won't know why you're asking this question, okay? You ask them, you're a homeowner? Yeah. You got a mortgage? Yeah. That's all you need to know. You don't need to know nothing else. You don't need to know what kind of mortgage they have. You don't need to, the very fact that they calling themselves a homeowner, that's all you need to know. Do not take financial advice from that person. You don't do it. If they're bragging about their credit score, that's another indicator. That why you gotta there's absolutely no reason to brag about a credit score. That's like bragging about the brand new hammer you got. Hey man, check out this new hammer I got. It pounds in nails. Why are you bragging about a hammer? It doesn't make any sense. Don't finance anything less than a house and you will be rich. All you got to do when you're looking for a job, just look around and see what's making the most money right now. Just is it computers? Is it a plumber or whatever? Just a job you like. Okay, don't worry about it. When you're debt free, check this out. When you are debt free, young people, listen. You will never have to work at a place you don't like. Only slaves work at jobs that they don't like. You know why? Because they have no choice. They're slaves. They're in debt. If you stay out of debt, you will never work at a place you don't like. You will never have a bad boss. You will never have a bad manager. You know why? Because you will never allow it. You'll turn to the manager or the boss, say, "Hey, don't talk to me. If you talk to me like that, I'm quitting." Bad managers, bad bosses, they only talk to slaves with disrespect. They treat them exactly what they are, slaves. They have no choice because they're in debt. When you're young, you won't tolerate that. None of that will ever happen to you. You will never work for free. You will never be a team player because team player means work for free. You'll never do that. That will never happen. You will never have to beg for overtime like an unconscious slave. Oh, please, can I get more than 40 hours a week? Oh my God, I got more seniority. Slaves be fighting over staying at work longer. You'll never be that slave. No, you'll never be begging for overtime. That'll never happen. Only slaves do that. You let slaves fight over, they fight over a place they hate working at, that they get disrespected to, but they fight to work there more. You'll never have to get in a relationship. Somebody start complaining, "Oh my God, you're working all the time. We never spend time." No, because that will never happen. I hope you guys are listening to me, you young people. I really hope you're listening to me. All you got to do is double check everything I'm saying with mathematics. If the math adds up, it means it's true. Math and money are one. The only thing that can separate math from money are feelings. How you feel. If you feel you got a good deal on a finance car, that separates math from money because that's not true. If you're financing cell phones for the whole family, yep, see, those are feelings. You don't do that. Live says, once a young person graduates from college, would you recommend them to stay home if possible until they pay that loan off within the 4 years? Hell yes. You go back home, you go get a job. You pay your mama and daddy rent. You make that automatic. You do it in a way that they don't have to ask for it. You do make sure it's there on time. You go into your bank account, set that shit to automatic so your parents get that money on the first, on time, without asking. You stay there. You stay there at your parents' house until every single penny of your debt is paid off, especially a student loan debt. And then once you get out of that, then once you pay off all that debt, then you're free. You will live like no other in this world, I promise you. I promise you. And you'll think it's weird. You'll walk around and how come everybody's not doing this? Because we need more unconscious slaves than not. Those I know you hear me talk about slaves like that, but I want you to understand something. This economy would not work without them. We need them to continue to finance washer and dryers, tennis shoes, houses, cars, phones, watches, t-shirts, clothes, food. We need slaves to continue to do that. That's important. They are vital. But that's all voluntary. Those slaves, they're voluntary. Those are volunteer slaves. You know why? Because they're choosing not to trust mathematics. They're choosing it. They're choosing it. Young people, don't be like that. Don't. Trust me, your life will be totally different. You'll never have an emergency that pops up on you. Hey, what if I don't have some money? I need that emergency credit card. No, you won't, because you'll have your own money as an emergency. Math, put it this way. You get out of debt. You No will be your best friend. You will have no problem telling people no. Hey, will you co-sign for me? No. Can I borrow some money? No. Why not? Because I said so. No. Hey man, how come you can't co-sign a car? I don't even finance cars. Why would I co-sign for you? That doesn't even make any sense. No. Hey man, I'm just I know you're debt free because you remember slaves just don't even think, right? Man, you keep walking around telling everybody you're debt free. That means you have no bills. You got money to loan me. No, I don't loan slaves money. That's why you're asking to borrow money from me, because you have none and you want me to give you some? No, slave. Hey man, can you give me $50 for 2 weeks? I tell you what, if you can show me how you make $50 last for 2 weeks, I'll give you that $50. Show me how you make $50 last for 2 weeks, slave, and I'll give you that $50. I'll pay you. Hyphy says no bank can exist without someone wanting to borrow money from the bank. Exactly. Now, I know you guys read Hyphy, Andres. You see how simple the thing? That's alien speak, okay? I know it doesn't make sense to you. What do you mean? Of course. Duh, yeah. Of course the banks wouldn't exist without borrowing money. I know, slave, exactly. They wouldn't even exist. Banks are if you're a slave walking around here talking about, oh man, big banks are big, bad, and evil. They're doing people wrong, and this no, they're not. They're not doing anything to me. Slaves, banks are not doing anything to me. They're not mean to me. They're not evil. They're not charging me anything. They're not doing anything because I don't allow it. Always believe in mathematics. Always. Math doesn't care how you feel about anything. It's just math. If you always trust math, young people, you will be rich. You'll be free. You'll be closer to that goal of true wealth. And I keep repeating this. Wealth is not money, it's time. Once you own the time in your life, you got all the time in the world to make as much money as you wish. I'm telling you this because I'm living it. If you Here's another key thing, young people. I want you guys to listen to this, okay? When you create your own business, this is what I want you to strive for. It's not money, it's trust. Hardly anybody in this world trusts another person. You get out here, you create something, earn people's trust, and they will buy from you. They will trust you with their money. You know why? Because they know no matter what you're charging, they know they're going to get what they're giving you their money for. They can give you their money and sleep good at night. Why? Because they trust you. Earn their trust. First, you must trust yourself. How do you do that? You trust by trusting mathematics, the business of you. You get the business of you in order by trusting mathematics. Savings minus debt equals how much equals the business of you. If that number is in a negative, the business of you is not in business. If the business of you is not in business, no business outside of you is going to do any better. I promise you that. How do you think the banks profit? Exactly. That's how they make money. However wrong a bank has ever done you, you've done yourself even worse because you signed up for that wrongdoing. Exactly. You signed up for it. Thanks for the info, brother. I am a math teacher, and you are right. Math doesn't care how you feel. I was going to do a VB until I was going to do VB until I came across you though through Denzel. You know what? You know what about VB? You know what this is? You know what VB is? It's something that gives hope to slaves, right? It's something that they believe outside of themselves is going to get them out of debt faster, but it doesn't even make any mathematical sense, right? But they believe something outside of themselves is going to get them out of debt faster than themselves. Nothing will get you out of debt faster than yourself. It's just it's just another thing to give people hope that there's something else out there that's going to do it besides themselves. That's it. Nothing more than that. What's up, Snuggles? As you can hear, I absolutely love what I do. I earn people's trust. They know when they come to this channel and become part of the SMD family, nobody's over anybody else. Nobody right here, you're going to get the answers to what you need if you want to be free. There's no sugarcoating. It's mathematics, period. This is not just me. This is a family. I want you guys to understand. This is a family of aliens. Aliens and conscious slaves. Let's put it that way. Aliens and conscious slaves. We talk on a totally different vibration here. Totally different level of thinking. Totally different level of finances. Totally different, unlike any other on YouTube. This channel's unlike any other channel on YouTube and can prove it to be 100% true every single time. I'm never wrong, ever. Ever. What's up, Amina? Now, those of you guys that don't know, Amina's going to be in the members only area. I'm excited about that. I'm very excited about it. I love hearing different people's stories. So we're going to do that this Friday, 7 o'clock, members only. Hello, Denzel Napoleon Rodriguez. Shout out to you, sir, for the $9.99 super chat. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Welcome. Haven't seen you in a while. I hope your business is doing good. You're exactly right, sir. Trust is key. Build your business. Everyone play the game. Now, if you go over there and read, if you go over there and read the comments under me and Denzel's collabs here and there, you would swear that Denzel and I don't like each other or something, right? It's funny to read, really. But I respect Denzel and what he's doing. It's a business. He's doing a business. Now, how I feel about what he's doing, remember, those are feelings. That's irrelevant. How I feel about what he's doing is 100% irrelevant. This young man knows what he's doing. He knows how to do the look. He knows how to do the videos. There are all stuff flying everywhere. And, he's got the board and all this other stuff. Hey, man, he knows what he's doing. That's how you do it. To be young and to be an entrepreneur, congratulations. Congratulations, Denzel. I really mean that shit too. I mean it. I hope you become a multi-billionaire. And I made that up because there is no limit. Denzel knows that. Billionaire. Yeah, that means it's a lot of money. Now, Denzel and Gabriel, they're the best of buds. No, I'm just messing. Long story. I ain't going to get into that. Thank you, Autumn. I appreciate it. I want you guys, and Autumn, I want you to understand something. I talk like this so you can feel what it's like north of zero. Now, if you want to join the members only area, it's in the link in the description of this video, right? We talk about different level things over there. Okay. We do different talks. We do private SMD family interviews. So you're not just hearing me yip yapping. There's other people, going in there. So there's the link and you can join the Discord server where everybody can go join the Discord server. Okay. That's free. Now the members only is not free. The Discord server is free. Okay. Denzel in the building. Sure is. Cosmic says, LJ, do you feel people are more sensitive about their financial state these days? Oh yeah, most definitely, Cosmic. Can you imagine? I can only imagine. I only got about 10 minutes, so we got to get off of here. I got to get off in about 10 minutes. Imagine the panic right now. The panic. I mean, job loss, the virus. What are people going to do? They've been working at a job all the year. They got laid off, furloughed, cut hours, cut pay. I'm gonna tell you something. If this is you right now and you're panicking, let me. There's always an opposite to what you're seeing. Right now, it looks pretty dark. It looks pretty hopeless. But there's an opposite. Right now is your get out of debt free card. Right now, chapter 7. Chapter 7 will free you. If you can give up all of the stuff you financed that put you in the place you're at today, I know it's and doesn't seem like a freaking oxymoron. If you can give up the stuff that's keeping you in debt, you'll be free for the rest of your life. Chapter 7. No, not chapter 13. Chapter 13 is for slaves. Chapter 13 is for slaves that want to keep the stuff that they don't own. Hey, man, if I get a chapter 13, I get to keep my house. Whatever, slave, it's not even your house. But if you believe it, hey, man, if I get a chapter 13, I get to keep my car. Whatever, slave, whatever. Are you making payments? Yeah, it's not your car. But if you can give up the stuff that's keeping you there where you're at today and never go back, chapter 7 will free you. Right now is almost a damn near guaranteed for you to get it. Right now. Wayman said, I just, cool, man. Cool. And honestly, I'm going to tell you guys this, honestly. The stuff outside past like VB, after not the VB banking itself, but outside when Denzel talks about investments and all this other stuff, I'm all ears for that stuff. Okay. Because I know Denzel's talking to people with money, right? But if you're in debt and you're trying to listen to his investment advice, I want to tell you guys something. That's mathematically impossible. If you're in debt, you can't do what Denzel's telling you with imaginary money. You can't do that with negative dollars. Denzel is talking about with real money. Real. Okay. What's up, Mecca? What's going on? Right, Amina? I know Mike loves to do that. And when next time Mike needs to get up on the mic. Now it's your turn, Mike Rambo. It's your turn. So if you guys haven't checked out Denzel's channel, go ahead. Denzel Napoleon Rodriguez. Okay. Now, anybody got some questions of me? Because I got to get off here in 9 minutes. 9 minutes. Any questions? Now, remember the title of this video, Math Doesn't Care How You Feel. Add up your savings, add up your debt. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. Savings minus debt equals the price of your slave papers. That's the price of your freedom. Every single penny, that's the price of your freedom. Now, if that large negative number makes you feel a certain way, math doesn't care how you feel. If you always remember that, you'll be free for the rest of your life. It's very in-depth and detailed. What you talking about there, Juan? Denzel says LJ is correct. Different levels for different people. When you know where you stand, you'll know what direction to go in. You sure will. And let me tell you something, man. One that you go to Denzel's page, you can tell you can trust him. You know, you can trust that he's going to deliver what he's selling you. You know what I'm saying? It's a service, right? You just know, right? You just know the people you can trust or whatever, right? You know you're going to get that service, right? Don't go by the comments that you see in under Denzel and I's videos, okay? Don't go by those comments, because him and I don't feel like that about each other, okay? That's just the way they see me on his channel, right? Oh, he's old. He's stuck in his ways. He's old school. I'm like, math is timeless. Math ain't got nothing. It was here before I was born. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be the next guest. Okay, Gabriel. Hey, how about Denzel and Gabriel on the same show? How about that? No, I'm just messing with you. That'd be an awesome show, though. What's up, Headband? What's going on? All right, we got about 6 minutes, and I got to get off, you guys. Any questions of me? I appreciate you jumping over here, Denzel. Really do. Hope things are going well for you, sir. That'd be funny. I ain't gonna lie. Now that would be. I don't know what you guys would talk about though. What would you guys even talk about on the show? Just argue, fight? I don't know. That's funny. Head to head, Denzel and Gabriel, 1-on-1 death match. Cool, man. I'm glad. I really am. I'm happy things are going well for you. I really am, man. Juan says, was talking about the links above. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Quentin says, where did math go? I don't know. That's a good question. That's a very good question. I don't know. Very good question. I don't know, but I know everything goes by it. Everything's mathematical. How long did it take for you to get out of debt once you became a conscious slave? 2 years. Once I woke up live, I moved out of my fancy high-rise building. I sold my Lexus, sold all my stuff in my apartment, sold it all, sold everything. And then I moved into a room in my sister's house. People thought I was on crack, heroin. What's wrong with LJ? What happened? Why he sell his stuff? Why he got an old car? Why he lived with his sister at age 40 something? What's wrong with him? I didn't listen to slaves. Slaves always talk like that. And I did that for 2 years straight. Now, the reason why it only took me 2 years, I was making $160,000 a year. So that's why it took me 2 years, right? But, well, I wasn't making 160 the whole 2 years. I was making about 110 the 2 years, right? But my last job, I was making 160. But anyway, my point is this. Oh, excuse me. I was living like no other so I could live like no other, like Dave Ramsey says. That's exactly what I did. I sacrificed short term. Now I will be free for the rest of my life. This is why if I didn't do to get out of debt, I wouldn't be talking to you on this mic right now. There would be no SMD. I wouldn't be talking to Denzel. There would be no channel for anybody to donate to. There would have been no collab with him and I. That wouldn't exist if I did not do what I did. Because I'd be at work in Seattle. I wouldn't be living in a vacation city in the South, in South Carolina. I live in one of the most beautiful places here, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. People come here to vacation. It's always sunny. It's near the beach. I absolutely love it here. How are you going to grow your business, LJ? You know what? I've been really, well, I can't really get into that, but I got about 3 minutes left. But I don't know. I'm not going to, I don't know. It's not, I know it's not helping people one-on-one. I know it's not that. That's going to stop. I'm not doing that anymore. Well, I am going to I take that back. I am going to do that, but it's going to cost a lot of money. Okay. Because I want you guys to understand something. If you sell your service cheap, people will treat it as cheap. I know the information that I have to share can change people's lives, and so they must pay for it. If they say, hey, hey, LJ, that's expensive. You know what I'm going to say? Yeah, I know. Do you want to pay or not? No? Okay, well, there's plenty of people that are cheaper than me. I don't know if they're going to help you get your slave papers, but whatever. All right, you guys, we're going to wrap this up. I got to get off. I appreciate you guys all. Thank you, everybody, for joining. All right, here's my Cash App. If you enjoyed, please send, I appreciate you guys all for the donations. I believe my website guy has fixed my website to where I do consultations, $99 consultations. So if you go to my website, it should be there. I got to double check. But you just click on consultation, and then we can get started. Then I'll talk to you, and we can go from there. All right. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please hit that like button. If you like this channel, please share like this. Just tell the people to Google #SavingsMinusDebt. I will be the only person that pops up in that Google search. You can follow me on Facebook, and you can follow me on Instagram as well. Same thing. Okay. You can email me anytime. Appreciate it. So you guys have a wonderful evening. I appreciate you all. Thank you for joining. Please share the video, and thank you everybody for showing up. Appreciate it. All right. Have a good night. Bye.